KevinMKruse, One Nation Under God, How Corporate America Invented Christian America. Do you wonder why the United States is so divided today? Dive into the shocking truth behind the rise of Christian nationalism in One Nation Under God by KevinMKruse. This groundbreaking account guides you through a manipulative journey taken by America's business, political, and religious leaders, who together pushed for a nationalist form of Christianity to promote their profit and power. Explore the history of big business, evangelical groups, and the Republican Party joining forces to undermine the New Deal in the 1930s, leading up to the ongoing struggles of our modern nation. Understand the motives of figures like Billy Graham and how they exploited religion, politics, and national origin for personal gains.
The Dark Truth About Christian Nationalism. KevinMKruse exposes the manipulation behind the rise of Christian nationalism in the U.S. In this eye-opening report, Kruse uncovers the lies told by powerful figures in American politics, religion, and business who pushed for a nationalist form of Christianity for their own gain. Without the opposition of ordinary religious leaders and the intervention of the Supreme Court, the U.S. might have become a Christian theocracy. This thought-provoking book sheds light on the dangers of Christian nationalism and its impact on American society. The Dark Side of Religion. In the 1930s, big business, Republican Party, and Christian evangelical groups united to thwart President Roosevelt's New Deal. They aimed to protect their financial interests in a fragile economic climate, and their union led to the politicization of religion in America. Today, this unholy alliance still persists, promoting disunity and sowing the seeds of division across the country. Separation of Church and State. In America, the Founding Fathers separated church and state and established freedom of religion as a fundamental principle. However, over time, religious leaders have played a significant role in American politics. During the 1940s, big business framed their opposition to Franklin D. Roosevelt's social safety net as a matter of individual freedom versus collectivism, equating individuality with Jesus Christ and collectivism with Karl Marx. Fringe Christian leaders leveraged religion, politics, and national origin for personal gain. Today, presidents continue to ask for God's blessings, and powerful religious figures play a prominent role in influencing national priorities. The power of religion in American politics. The role of religion in American politics became more pronounced during President Eisenhower's administration. Dwight Eisenhower was convinced by the Christian right, which provided cash and endorsements for his election campaign. He was also baptized in a Presbyterian church in Washington, D.C., succumbing to pressure. Billy Graham, an influential religious figure, helped to bring Congress around to his way of thinking, leading President Harry Truman to create a National Prayer Day. Graham presided over the National Prayer Breakfasts, which were funded by big business and attended by the President, his cabinet, and members of Congress. During Eisenhower's presidency, church memberships increased by tens of millions, and religious organizations redoubled their efforts to align the United States with fundamental Christianity. The government issued postage stamps that bore the words, "In God We Trust," for the first time, and in 1956, Eisenhower made it the official motto of the United States. The Christian right campaigned for a constitutional amendment proclaiming America subject to the laws of Jesus Christ, but their efforts failed. Philosophically, an atheistic American is considered a contradiction in terms. Separation of church and state. In the mid-20th century, the Gideons, a Christian group, wanted to distribute Bibles to hotel rooms and schoolchildren. But Catholic and Jewish leaders resisted, and the issue of religion in public schools became divisive. Many people protested against it, citing the separation of church and state. Lower court judges usually allowed religious references in public schools, but in 1962, the Supreme Court unanimously decided that keeping God out of matters of state was essential for religious freedom. Many politicians and religious leaders criticized the decision, but President John F. Kennedy urged Americans to support it. The ruling changed the way Americans approach religion in public life, and it remains a topic of debate today. The failed push for school prayers. In the 1960s, a majority of Americans and state governors opposed the Supreme Court's decision on separation of church and state. They supported prayer in schools and aimed to amend the Constitution. The debate was framed as being pro or anti-God, but objections from religious leaders halted the amendment's progress. Political power and religious nationalism. This book explores the intersection of politics and religion in America, focusing on the presidency of Nixon and Reagan. Despite not being religious himself, Nixon espoused piety and faith to appeal to religious nationalists, while Reagan sought out the support of the Christian right through his backing of school prayer and opposition to abortion. Both presidents held prayer breakfasts for corporate leaders who supported them politically and financially. Even today, America remains divided on these same issues. Kruse's insights on America's religious division. KevinMKruse's book showcases the role of religion in shaping America's political landscape. His historical analysis warns religious readers of the business-driven motives behind political exploitation of their faith. Those desiring a greater religious involvement in civic life will find solace in Kruse's study. Conversely, readers committed to church and state separation will have their beliefs challenged. Through examining historical factors, Kruse helps readers understand the root of current American dissension and highlights the need for caution when engaging with exploitative political and business figures.
As you unravel the tale of America's struggle with Christian nationalism, it becomes clear how these divisions have roots in the past efforts of powerful individuals seeking to profit from people's beliefs. While the Founding Fathers sought to separate church and state, the manipulations of business and political leaders transformed the landscape of American religious discourse, leading to the divided nation we see today. Kruse serves as a warning to religious Americans, urging them to be wary of politicians and businesses exploiting their faith for their benefit. Whether you strongly advocate for the separation of church and state or seek a more significant role for religion in American life, One Nation Under God provides invaluable insights into the ongoing clash of ideologies.